Did you call him a child? Did you call the child the word?
Business,
it is my own business. You call him Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say.
We don't actually know for sure that the boy is 5 years old. That's coming from the man filming, who is apparently not related to the child. In the video, we appear to get a glimpse of the kid, and from the glimpse anyway, he definitely looks older than 5.
Ooh, earlier this week, we talked about a Minnesota mom who decided to hurl racial slurs at a 5-year-old after he apparently got too close to her child's diaper bag. And to no one's surprise, Matt Walsh decided to come to this mom's defense while making the strangest excuses and dissecting different aspects of the video. But let's watch the full video. It was filmed by Sharmake Omar, who shares a Somali background with the boy, again, after he decided to intervene.
Did you call him a child? Did you call the child the word?
business,
it is my own business. You call him Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people, you dumb.
Nobody digging through
A little kid just did, you dumb.
A little kid, you call him the little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be that.
I don't give a.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
So that story seems pretty cut and dry. It's very obvious what was going on there. It's also very obvious which parts of the video have upset people. But Matt Walsh needed to clear up some things that were apparently inconsistent in the video. Take a look at this.
Now, before we continue with the story, which takes several more twists and turns, we should note a few things. First of all, we don't actually know for sure that the boy is 5 years old. That's coming from the man filming, who is apparently not related to the child. In the video, we appear to get a glimpse of the kid, and from the glimpse anyway, he definitely looks older than 5. Omar has additionally claimed that the boy is autistic, which we also have no proof of, and we have no footage of the actual encounter between the kid and this woman. Did she scream the N-word in his face? Did she mutter it under her breath? Did she say it about the child after he'd already run away? We don't know. And as far as I've seen, we haven't heard anything from the boy's parents. We don't know where they were in all of this, if they were even there, which is very strange.
So in the original video, as well as in an interview with NBC News, here's what Omar had to say. Omar said the child had autism spectrum disorder. He said that he knows the boy's parents, who he said are also from Somalia, and that they were also supervising their 3 other children at the park. The parents, he said, have expressed support for prosecuting the woman if possible. The Rochester NAACP says the child's family had asked for privacy, and they will make an official statement later today. And there's another point that we want to make about this, because Walsh says that from the little bit that we see of the boy, he looks older than 5, and the kid was on screen for 2 seconds. So I don't know. So yeah, like clearly over 5 years old, whatever. But regardless, it's still a child, and that's obviously not the point. That's obviously not the thing that has people upset about the story. It's ridiculous. So Walsh continued on his defense for over 24 minutes on his show on Monday and praised the mom for her insanely popular Give, Send, Go and what she's doing for, of course, it's always about free speech.
That some people on my side feel, to put it scientifically, icky about this whole thing. I understand why they feel icky. I understand why they don't want to condone saying racial slurs to children. I don't want to condone it either, and I don't. And nobody really does. But I think they're missing the point. I don't think they understand what's actually happening here or why. It is, in the end, a net positive that this woman has raised $500,000. I'm glad she has. I hope she raises $1 million. I will not be joining with some of my conservative friends in wagging my finger at her donors, and I'll explain why. First of all, she does have a legitimate need for the money. The mob is truly trying to get her killed. I don't believe that a woman should have her life threatened for saying a word, even a bad one. And you could say freedom of speech, but not freedom from consequences for your speech all you want. But if losing your livelihood and having your house burned down is a consequence of your speech, then you do not have free speech.
All right. Well, the campaign has raised more than what he said. It's currently raised $739,124. And in the description, this is what it says. It says, "My name is Shiloh, and I have been put into a very dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. I called the kid out for what he was. Another man, who we recently found out has had a history with law enforcement, proceeded to record me and follow me to my car. He then posted these videos online, which has caused my family and myself great turmoil. My social security number has been leaked. My address and phone number have been given out freely. My family members are being attacked. My eldest child may not be going back to school. Even where I exercise has been exposed. I am asking for your help to assist in protecting my family. I fear that we must relocate. I have 2 small children who do not deserve this. We have been threatened to the extreme by people online." She ended by saying that she cannot and will not live in fear. The Give, Send, Go has raised over half of what the NAACP Rochester's branch has raised for the child and his family. And all of this is apparently one big win for Matt Walsh in his fight against cancel culture.
This is the part that I really need everyone to stop and think about. This is the most devastating attack on cancel culture that we have seen, possibly ever. Shiloh Hendrix has, without really trying, effectively ended cancel culture. As Mark Dice said in his video about the incident, Shiloh is the final boss of cancel culture, or maybe rather the final boss that cancel culture has to fight. And I think that's right.
Yeah, this isn't about cancel culture. It's about racism. Like, just that's all it is. They do all of this talking just to avoid saying the one thing that it is. And it's so obvious, and he hates cancel culture so much. Like, I have problems with cancel culture, and I'm, very much on the opposite side of the political spectrum from Matt Walsh. But he hates cancel culture so much that he is willing to overlook and even excuse racist behavior when he sees it. It doesn't make any sense. Also, I thought it was interesting whenever he just casually spoke about the mob as if that's a thing, that's a term that his audience is used to hearing about. It's such a nebulous, scary sounding thing. It's out there, like he doesn't have to pinpoint or point to any mob because there is no mob, but the mob is the ones, that's the big scary thing that is coming to get all of his listeners.
Yeah, I think my feelings on this are a bit nuanced. Like, obviously, this lady did something despicable. Like the idea that, oh, was the kid really 5? As if when you're 7, you graduate into eligibility to be called an N-word. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. At the same time, I'm deeply opposed to the idea that we would follow this chick to her gym, or like dox this lady. Like, I don't think that's some kind of answer or restitution for the kid who was verbally abused at that park. I just don't believe in that sort of quote unquote justice to somebody who for all intents and purposes is just an anonymous citizen who has no power, wields no influence in any way that is meaningful. Now, if this is a powerful public figure, like if this is somebody who actually wields power over, a masses of people, I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, this is fair game. You should have to pay for something this despicable. A random person at a park who blurts out racial slurs, while I find them to be contemptible, I don't think they should be attacked and killed for the rest of their lives. I don't even know that they should lose their jobs, to be quite honest, because it's so damn hard to pay your own rent. Like, I don't know, just saying something at a park, even in anger or out of hate, should have somebody losing their livelihood. I think we take this thing a little bit too overboard. Matt Walsh is a clown. I mean, he's just doing something obviously for clicks. He's not forwarding some kind of, moral project for free speech. He's just seizing on an opportunity to seem like he's edgy and anti-woke. He's corny. At the same time, I don't know that, like directing the hate and the anger of the mob online towards this crazy white lady does anybody any real good. I know it feels cathartic in the moment, like we're getting her, but nobody's life is actually made better. The cause of equality and diversity is not actually furthered by attacking this lady online and leaking her address.
Yeah, and I think that is a good distinction that you made, that this isn't any woman of consequence. I think the story itself was one thing, but then like all of the conversation that came out around it really became its own entity unto itself. All of the people who were sending her money, people who were not being so thoughtful, I guess, in their reasoning behind why they were sending her money. They were sending it to her because she was racist and they liked that about her. So then that's another aspect of the story.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.